All right, in this video, I am going to solve this little bit of a ditty that I found on X is what we're calling it now. And so I thought, let's just get started. Oh, by the way, I'm going to put the source to this problem in the description. So, you know, give credit where credit's due. So anyway, let's get started on this. All right, so we're supposed to find the area of the yellow piece right there. All right, and so we know that this combined height right there is 15. We know this combined height is 12. We don't know the width, but it's going to be a common width for all three rectangles. And so let's just kind of call this little thing M right there. So I'm going to kind of zoom in there. And I don't know what this length is, so let's call it X. All right, now if this length, this height right here is M, this length right there, that becomes 12 minus M, and that means this length down here becomes 15 minus M, right? Okay, so there we go. And so now let's find, what are we going to do? Well, actually, let's find the area of this rectangle, and let's find the area of this rectangle, all right? And see if something kind of falls out for us, because we know the actual areas, but what we can do is we can find some sort of expression. All right, so let's do that. So I'm going to do in green this area up here. All right, so now the area of that rectangle is length times width, so that's going to be X times 12 minus M. So length is X, the width is 12 minus M, and we know that answer is equal to 140. And then we could do the same thing. Let's do it in dark green down here, all right? And so length times width, so that becomes X times 15 minus M. And then that is equal to 200. Length times width is equal to 200 in that case. So let's kind of do the distributive property in both cases. All right, so this on the left becomes 12x minus xm is equal to 140. Now I'm starting to see already that if I kind of move stuff around on this left side here, right here, I'm kind of move stuff around, I end up with 12x minus 140 is equal to xm. And the reason that kind of is a telltale for me is because on this right side, I get 15x minus xm is equal to 200. And you can see I've got an xm in both cases. So I'm going to end up with two equations with one unknown. It's going to be kind of easy. So let's move this right side around a little bit. And we're going to end up with 15x minus 200 is equal to xm. So we've got xm is equal to this, and we've got xm is equal to this. So that means we can let those guys equal to each other. So 12x minus 140 is equal to 15x minus 200. So we got a variable with an equation with variables on both sides. Let's move stuff around, and when we do that, we get 3x on the right side. We end up with 60 on the left side. So we end up learning that x is 20. So now we know that x is 20. All right, x is 20. Well, if x is 20, that means this height right here has to be 10. We know it has to be 10 because that's how you're going to get 20 times 10 is equal to an area of 200. Well, if that means 20, if that means, go away, this height here has to be 10, that means the m has to be 5 in order to make it work. All right, so if m is 5, so if I make that a 5, that means this distance right here is 10. And if m is 5, that means this distance right here is 7. And so now I already know that the height of the yellow is 5, the width is still 20. So 5 times 20. 5 times 20 is 100. So the area of that yellow piece is, I don't know, why does it, oh, I see, 20, and that's a question mark. Gotcha. Okay, so that means the area of that yellow piece is 100 square meters. What a fun little ditty. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe, press the like button, throw a guy a bone. Definitely leave a comment in the section, in the comment section down there. If you have a quicker or an easier way to solve it, I love learning about new ways to solve problems.